A new poll from the American Speech Language Hearing Association finds more than 6 in 10 American adults have concerns for themselves or someone they know being at risk of a cognition disorder. Dr. Lindsay S with the American Speech Language Hearing Association joins us now to talk more about this. Good morning, doctor. Thank you for being with us.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate the opportunity to raise awareness about communication disorders and the roles that speech language pathologists and audiologists play in providing life-altering treatment to individuals of all ages across the lifespan. There's no better time to do so than during the month of May, which is Better Hearing and Speech Month. It's celebrated annually, and this period of observance allows us to recognize all that audiologists and speech language pathologists do and how we improve the quality of life of the individuals that we serve.
Okay, so now let's talk about the actual poll and what were some of the findings.
Sure. Some of the findings were that individuals truly do value their hearing, and they know that it's important to hear well. Hearing health is important for overall health and quality of life, but unfortunately, even though they know this, in general, many adults are not seeking treatment. On average, individuals wait about 7 years to seek treatment for hearing loss, and we've seen these delays grow during the pandemic, unfortunately. Leaving hearing loss untreated is associated with various serious health conditions such as cognitive decline and dementia, falls, social isolation, and depression, and it can also affect career success and overall quality of life. The poll revealed that a number of individuals, if they had known about the connections between dementia and hearing loss, would feel more inclined to seek treatment. So part of our goal during Better Hearing and Speech Month is to raise this awareness and really educate the public on the importance of treatment and why it's important to act now.
How does aging impact hearing loss?
Sure. So our hearing, as well as many other things, declines as we age due to some age-related changes in the ear and the nerve. And to a certain extent, there's nothing that we can do to prevent this. We're all predisposed to lose our hearing at varying rates based some on our genetics and also environmental factors. But hearing loss is really a condition that affects individuals across the lifespan. On average, 2 to 3 babies out of 1,000 babies born in this country are born with a hearing loss. And then the prevalence increases with age, up to about 80% of individuals over the age of 80 having some degree of hearing loss. So it's very likely that once we're 80 and older, we'll have some degree of hearing loss. Now, it's best to act now and get a baseline, even if you're questioning whether or not you have documentable hearing loss. That way you have results to compare it to as you age.
And finally, how best do we protect our ears as we head into the summer concert season, big events, more people are in crowded areas?
That's a great question because so many diagnoses of hearing loss are not preventable, but noise-induced hearing loss is preventable. And so what we need to do is we need to protect the hearing that we do have, what we can control. And it's important to remember that it only takes one sound, one isolated incident that can cause a irreparable permanent hearing damage or ear damage. And so oftentimes when individuals report to the audiologist or the physician experiencing some of these concerning symptoms, it's too late to do anything about it. So over the summer, we want to encourage the public to wear their hearing protection when they're out mowing the grass, using the lawnmower, any power tools around the house, and certainly when they're at concert venues to wear hearing protection as well. You won't regret it. It's making an investment in your future and your quality of life.
Yeah, lots of good information right there. Dr. Lindsay Creed with the American Speech Language Hearing Association. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.